Hi, everybody. My name is Brittany Joiner, and I started at Elastic almost 4 years ago. I used to work in marketing and our demand gen team, but started learning more technical skills and recently transitioned over to the technical side of things on our support ops team, where I build tools for support engineers and even support customers here at Elastic. So I'm still early on in my technical career, but I wanted to spend some time today showing you all how even someone who isn't super advanced in their technical knowledge can use Elastic and how we are using Elastic at Elastic. So first of all, I want to start with EUI, which if you haven't heard of EUI before, it's our open source design library that we use to style our apps. So I'm going to give you a demo and just kind of show you what that looks like. So two apps that I spend a lot of time on are our support portal, which is our support portal for customers, where they're able to see different cases that they've created, create new cases, and kind of keep track on that. And if you're looking around at this and you're like, this interface looks kind of like Kibana, that's exactly what it is. It's a very intentional thing because we're using the Elastic user interface, that design library, to use the same sort of components here that you're used to seeing in Kibana and in Cloud, wherever else you are in your Elastic journey. And so it's really easy to work with. If you've ever used a front end library before, you'll be able to pick it up really quickly. It comes with components that are built out of the box. Everything's already styled, but there's different props and classes you can apply to things to style them if you want to change anything. What you'll find me doing in here is I'm often doing things like making tweaks to the UI or fixing bugs or finding different ways to style something or organize it. And of course, the demo gods will have me log in here to show that. And so when you're creating a case, you'll see here things like selecting your subscription. And sometimes I'm working on tiny things like coloring these badges to make it look consistent. Or sometimes I'm working on deeper things like making sure these fields auto save when you navigate away and before you come back. So that is EUI open source design library. We also use it in our internal support tools for, we call those support facilities, which is tools for our engineers. And you can see there's all sorts of different data tables and pieces that look very Kibana-esque, and that is very intentional. So going back to the slides, we're actually, another tool we use is Kibana, of course. And if you're not familiar with Kibana, it is our data visualization tool for visualizing our data that is in Elasticsearch. And we use that to see what users are doing, predict any possible errors or performance issues, and just in general track app utilization. So hop out real quick and go to a demo on Kibana here. So this is, if you've ever used Kibana, you're probably kind of familiar with it. And I wasn't involved in the setup of our Kibana dashboards or anything like that. But even then, I was still able to kind of jump into here and start quickly realizing, there's a time picker where I can change the date I want, or I can add different filters for if there's certain pieces of data I want to see, or if I want to drill down on something. And since in my time at Elastic, I've actually taken the Kibana data analyst training, and since then gotten even more comfortable within Kibana. And so sometimes I'll, create different visualizations when I'm trying to dive into something, or for instance, when I'm on call and I'm trying to watch and make sure what's going on with our support portal. Is anything down? Are people seeing, any specific errors? Is something happening that we should be aware of? I'm able to kind of drill down into here and get sort of to the root of it and see, is it happening in a specific area for a specific person? It's actually kind of cool because sometimes we're able to predict what types of issues, we're able to predict that, someone's having a problem. They're probably going to create a ticket for support and say that they can't, access this or that. And sometimes we're able to fix that. And then that way, when they reach out, it's right away taken care of. So that's super cool. And as a side note, I actually, when I first started learning more technical stuff and trying to, get my technical chops, I worked with the Kibana team, the Kibana UI team, to add some UI improvements and, make sort of improvements here into the visualization pieces of Kibana. And that was a really cool way to get started because it's open source. And so you don't have to work at Elastic to make recommendations and pull requests for improvements that you'd like to see. And you didn't have to be super technical to do that either. Like I said, that was some of where I just started out early on in my technical journey. So definitely encourage you if you're ever like, oh, it would be cool if when I hovered over this, I could actually see this, or when I clicked that, like, even if it's just simple things, feel free to, spin up an issue and or throw up a PR and see if, that's something our team would be interested in implementing. Um, so yeah, just to kind of wrap it all up real quick here. Um, I'm super excited that you all were able to join. The Elastic Stack is super accessible even to less advanced developers. You don't have to be extremely technical, and you can see that we use it here at Elastic. So we see the pains that you're going through and the struggles, and we're also thinking, hey, it would be cool if we could fix this. And sometimes we'll go fix it ourselves. And it's pretty awesome. And so if I could leave you with one piece of advice, it's that you don't need to know everything about the stack before diving in. I encourage you to just hop right in and start playing around with it and reach out to our community if you get stuck. There's plenty of information online. Stack Overflow is full of awesome resources too. So yeah, good luck with your Elastic journey.